Welcome to For the Missing and Family. My name is Judy Laura Fisher. I'm a community advocate for over 30 years. My show is to help all family members of missing persons in the world. As I share my experience of a missing person case I've been working on, I believe it will help many suffering with a missing loved one. In June of 2013, Pauline Bailey, the mother of Felicia Thomas, who is the missing person we're going to speak about today. At that time, Felicia was missing 9 years. Her mother wanted to know if I would be able to help her find her daughter. She had felt like she was failed by the police in the fact that every time she spoke to them and asked questions about her daughter for 9 years, they would tell her that it was a current investigation and they would not be able to speak to her about that. At that time, I called the state police and asked if I could put my phone number on flyers and in the local newspapers and on the local news. And they said yes, because they get a lot of hang-up calls that possibly could be tips, and they didn't see any harm in me doing that. The next day, I put out a couple hundred flyers with my name on it and my phone number and went on the news with Felicia Thomas's mom, Pauline Bailey, and within 24 hours, we had gotten lots of tips telling us many things that people seen and heard. But because Felicia was gone 9 years, it was like putting a puzzle pieces together and connecting them, and we are still doing that. But we are much, much closer to finding Felicia. At the current time, we know that Felicia is within a 2-mile radius. Sadly, in that 2-mile radius is many, many swamps, many ponds, a long creek that goes for miles and miles, and ponds. This makes it very, very hard to find Felicia. In this case also comes another young girl that went missing 3 years before Felicia. This was Felicia's friend. Her name was Jennifer. She was missing 9 years before they found her skull. Sadly, only her skull was ever found. We know that from the tips and everything that we've researched that Felicia is in this 2-mile radius from where Jen was. We have gotten cadaver dogs, search teams. We have gotten diving search teams. We have gotten much more media on this case. I have gotten CNN, Crime Watch Daily television show, Unsolved Mysteries, and many more to do the story on Felicia. I feel that if I keep Felicia Thomas's name and story and what is going on, it will bring me closer to Felicia and keep her in the public eye and keep her in the local eye of the people that have done this to Jennifer and Felicia. I say, let's guilt them into telling us more tips to bring us to Felicia. As we go through our podcast every week, I will be sharing with you what I have done to take Felicia's case and make it the number one case everybody's talking about. I am willing to share my step-by-step of what I have done to get as far as we are in our search with Felicia. Thank you for listening to my podcast.